Throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to quit and a time to speak. Yeah, where is mine? A time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Hallelujah. What did you notice about all these times? What did you notice about all these times? Say something unique about all these times. There's something unique about them. If you go through them, there's something so unique about them. There are two extremes, right? There are two extremes. One seems to be good and the other seems to be bad. For all of it, one seems to be good and the other seems to be bad. And oftentimes, like human beings, we have embraced the one that is good and we have rejected the one that is bad, believing that the one that is bad came from the devil. When it says a time to cry and a time to laugh, we all know that if you're laughing, it's because it came from God, and if something makes you cry, it's from the devil. When it says a time to build and a time to destroy, we all know if you are building, you are righteous or you are doing God's work, and if you destroy, it's the devil. So if something happens in your life that has to do with bringing down, you call it the devil has attacked you. It says a time to be rejected and a time to be accepted. So when people reject you, you assume the devil is fighting you. When people accept you, you say, wow, this is God's doing. You know, when we were building Santa, you said, please take down the volume. We used to have a beautiful building there. Anybody having such a building in town wouldn't want to destroy it. Hotel Bijou, right? Anybody having such a building in town would not want to destroy such a building. But the person who bought it, first of all, destroyed the building and dug out the foundation of the building. When I passed by and I saw it, I was like, what kind of wastage is this? Can this person not just build on top of this foundation? Why are you wasting money, you know? We know you bought the land. Can you not just arrange the room, rearrange the place? Must you really destroy it? And then after a while, when I saw the new building that came up, I realized that it was good, that the old one was to be destroyed. If not, the one that came up would not be the way it is. Hallelujah. These two seasons in life, I don't want you to get it twisted. They all come from God. Even though the devil may be fostering one, these two seasons in life all come from God. When people are rejecting you, it's not really the devil. The devil can make people reject you, of course, but it's not really the devil. There are two seasons in life that are all beneficial to us. If you go further, it says in Ecclesiastes 7, it says it's better to be in funerals than to be in celebration. It says because sorrow has a way of refining your life, that hard times has a way of fixing you. Do you understand? If they didn't reject you, you wouldn't have been where you have been accepted. Now the point is, why would I spend my life somewhere forever where people reject me when people need me somewhere? You understand? That's the problem. If they didn't reject you, you will not find your identity that makes people accept you. Maybe people rejected you in life because you were a burden to them. And then when you left, you discovered who you are and you became a blessing. That's why they need you now. But for the rejection, you wouldn't discover yourself. Maybe people threw you out of their house and you worked hard and built a house. He says there's a time to have, to search, to gather, and a time to let go. Oftentimes we have done our best to gather and we won't let anything leave us. It means you have a stock of things and you're bringing more inside. There is no space. You have dresses, there's no space. You buy more, but no one is living. You have a stock of friends in your life, there's no space. God is even trying to take some away from your life and you're holding on to it like you're fighting with God. He says God makes everything beautiful in its time. When tough time comes our way, when we approach it as though it is the devil that has succeeded to put us down, we can't get the best out of those tough times. When you approach obstruction to your life as though It's some ill luck going after you. There is no way you can get the good of that thing that is approaching you that you don't like. Some people say sometimes you have to fall back. But my point is, why don't you fall in front if you must fall? Because why would you fall back into something you fell into it already? You understand? If you fell into something, you learned a lesson and you got up, try something new and then fall into something, keep falling and going ahead. Why would you want to fall behind all the time? Like the only mistake you make is one and the same mistake every day in your life. There are more opportunities and you shift your mind. You do more new things and you fail. And you do more new things and you never accept failure like a defeat. Because you won't get it at the first strike. It's just normal. You won't get it at the first strike. Footballers will tell you that. Those guys that score those fancy goals, they didn't do it for the first time in the field. They did it while we were asleep. So you want to get the best out of life at your first strike. You get it after multiple consistent actions. But when you realize this, that these times of life, they are ordained by God. These seasons of life, times to scatter, times to put together, they are all ordained by God. It adjusts the way you behave when you meet such times. In your own thinking, who do you really think controls the world? In your thinking, let me ask you. You know, I often tell you that those who know God will do great exploit because it's what the Bible says. And one of the things you should know about God is that He controls the world. That is the only thing that can make you know. There's a lady who, though she couldn't come here today, the last time she came, she said, Pastor, this man is selling me out of his house. And I have no place to stay. But I didn't know, as she was talking like that, she was already out of the house. So when she left here, she was not going to anywhere apart from the streets, but I didn't know. And while we're praying, the Lord just said, pronounce to her, you have a 24 hours miracle, which I did. But honestly, when she was leaving, I didn't know she was on the street. She went down somewhere around Bijou or whatever she was. She said she sat by the road and somebody came and met her. And she told the person, I just want you to take care of my son and I'll be fine. And the person didn't just take care of her son, the person took her and kept her for the past 8 months. And it so happened now that something is happening that she has to leave the place, and then she started crying again. Then my question to her was, how did you get there before? Who took you there? Somebody you don't know. How did somebody you don't know help you? Can't you see there is God in this making? You get the point? There is God in this making. So now God wants to increase you. You have felt so comfortable in that place that you don't want to leave because you're scared of the future. But now God wants to increase you, and the only thing He can do is to allow the devil to go with your enemies, because those who love you cannot cause you pain. No, they can't cause you pain. They like to make you feel comfortable even when it's not going. So it's to go with your enemies to distress you and lie about you and then shift your level. She said, but Pastor, I didn't do anything. I said, but what did Jesus do for Judas to sell him? Tell me, what did Jesus do? Is 30 pieces of silver so much that Jesus couldn't beat Judas? Was that so much? It wasn't. What did Delilah do to Samson? Could Samson not give her money? But so why did you sell him, Delilah? So now, I say you don't have to keep fighting with these people who are trying to push you outside. Because you can't do anything. You can't even give a reason of why they are doing what they do to you. You have been so nice. You've checked your life. You didn't do any error. Like, you really know that I didn't do anything wrong. Everything people say about me is a lie. But yet, things are going upside down. And so you can see God's hand there. You can choose to see the devil's hand, which that will only make you to feel depressed and give up. And you can choose to see God's hand, which makes you have faith and strike for your next level. Times of life, we look at them as positive and negative. To God, is the same. A time to be born and a time to die. If they don't deliver you, you will not die. People only give praises when children are born. Nobody gets happy when people die. But it says when people die, they are delivered from this war of so much trouble. So in real sense, where they celebrate the dead, people shouldn't be crying. Is that possible? But don't give seasons of life a positive and a negative meaning. No. With God, all things are positive. With God, all things are positive. And the things that Constance said something that God should mold, God should bend. Yeah, there are things you can't do for yourself that God will do for you. There are people God will take out of your life that you cannot take out because you don't have the power to do that. Do you know that? There are jobs God will drag you out of the jobs, and you will be living and thinking that, I guess when you're living your last job, Christine, it wasn't comfortable, but she left. God will drag you out of some places and put you in some places. When you learn to trust Him, He has never failed anyone who trusted in Him. And I don't think you'll be the first person who will fail. When people don't value you, it's just obvious they don't have a knowledge of how valuable you are. It's not your problem. Let them be. Stop accusing yourself and accusing God and feeling bad and making you do nothing with your life and complaining and making like the whole world is on your head. That is not the point. These are seasons of life, and most often these ones that look painful, they are the ones that comes to build you for the ones that comes with power. If you don't destroy, you can't build. He says you cannot pour new wine into old wine. You mix the whole thing and you miss what you were looking for. You destroy to rebuild. And when you become a child of God, there is a tendency that it feels comfortable to be in the old way of life. And you try to want to mix them. It doesn't go. God says He's destroying the old man to build a new man. And it comes with pain, but the pain it can't be compared to the power that you have after that refining. A time to lose things. You will lose things. Why do you really want to gather? I don't want to lose. Don't you know when we were gathering, somebody else was losing? The only way you could have is because somebody else let go. And the only way some other person can have is because you have to do what? Let go. Some funny musicians say if you buy too many cars, it's not because you have too much money, just because some people choose not to buy cars. If somebody married your ex, it's not because the person was so powerful. Just because you didn't see the value in your ex. Is it true? Some people are wondering where did I hear that from. I was passing by the road and I heard it in one of these cars that they do advert. But that is it. You get the point. That is it. These are times and seasons of life that you can't control, but you can use them to your advantage. There is a time for rain and there is a time for dry season. That's just how this life we have is. There is time for everything, and God says that each of these times have been made beautiful in themselves. Even the time of sorrow, there is beauty in it. When was the highest time you prayed in your life? Be honest. Whoever had the 20 million in the account and took a fast? Huh? Whoever did that? Whoever fasted for a child when they got married and they just put it to bed? Difficult times make us to seek God. They have have benefits. When things are difficult, it makes you to seek God. And when you seek God, you come out with an identity of yourself that you didn't know. He told the children of Israel that I made life like that so that you can seek me. So the times that these things come in your life to make you seek God. It makes you evaluate yourself. I have one friend that was taking care of almost everybody in the family, and when he lost his money, everybody left him. And he just realized now that people loved him because he had money. It's a good thing to realize early enough. Do you understand? Than to realize when there is no time. I have a brother who was running a business and he was making a lot of money, but he didn't know. And one time when his business had a problem, we discussed it. He said, Pastor, you see, I make over 17 million in this business every month. And I said, so why don't you have a car? He said, Pastor, I don't know. Then he went inside his business and he realized loopholes through which his money was missing every day and he didn't know. And he had to fix them. If his business didn't have a crash, he would not see those loopholes. There is nothing bad about these times and seasons of life. They are all good. So, children of God, I don't want you to go around crying over things you call negativity when there are positivities. I know you're comfortable in that way, but you have to shift. Are we there? Do not look at times and seasons in life as though one is positive and one is negative. No. In the negative ones, in the human eyes, there is a lot of greatness in it. It says, when trouble comes your way, rejoice, for it is a time for greatness. So now you approach these odd moments in your life that even if I'm on the street tomorrow, I don't have a place to stay, I have to put a smile on my face. I don't have to start cursing my generation before I remember to pray to God. I don't know, it's like nobody have had hard times in your life before. Nobody? Has everything been so smooth in your life ever since? Has everybody ever appreciated you for everything you did to them? Like you just did it and say, wow, thank you. No, it's only when you have made it that you look behind and realize that rejection, insults, were all building blocks of your personal life. It's only after you have done what you have made it. Then you realize that those things were very important to expose you to who you were supposed to be. How many people have a house now because they were sent out of the house? Well, you do, right? If they didn't send you out, you have gotten what? You would not have gotten it. So instead of hating those people, I was thinking you send them airtime that they were used to foster your destiny. You understand? My point is, can we live in life being unaffected by the ups and downs that we see? Because to us, there are ups and downs. But to God, both has benefits to you. Can we live in life and avoid regretting? It's important because oftentimes we have spent all our time trying to pay people for some things they did to us. It takes you nowhere. It takes you nowhere. You have to become a matured Christian, so mature that you are able to always see good in every situation. The truth about life is you are not in the position of the people you are hating. If you were there, you would do worse than what you hate them for doing to you. The lady told me, Pastor, she's mad at me. She's sending me out of the house. She thinks I have something to do with her husband. But I have nothing to do with her husband. I said, are you there when the husband is talking about you to her? Maybe the husband is appreciating the way you're taking care of the house. And she gets jealous. Like, guy, this woman, the way he cleaned me her hair. He said nothing bad, but the one didn't like that statement. And he went against you, the woman who has something to do with the husband. If you ever put yourself in the position of those you are fighting with, of those you are insulting, of those you are gossiping about, I'm being honest with you, your case will come on worse. And since you can't put yourself in that place, just be where you are and focus on your own. And in heaven, God will tell us what already happened. Do you understand? Life has times and season for everybody. If you're going through the one that brings laughter to your face, don't look down at those who are going through the ones that is bringing sorrow. Because uncertain event catches everybody in life. You understand? Uncertain event, it catches everybody. So you must show compassion to those who are going through tough times. I'm so impressed by the things I hear our sisters are doing, and I hope that each and every one of us could do that. There are people that they might never be able to reach this place, but you can always reach them. If God has blessed you, it's for you to become a blessing to them. Hallelujah. If God has given you His blessing in one way or the other, it is for you to reach out to others. The person who made this statement that silver or gold I don't have to give, it was a wonderful man, Paul, who used to give money to poor people. But when he had Jesus Christ, he realized that people's problem is not money, it's identity. And he was focused on helping people get what he has gotten, giving them Jesus. Give Jesus to those who are still suffering from the things that God has delivered you from. They are down now, but God expects them to be up tomorrow because of you. Hallelujah. So before you come to life and then you start sitting down and putting on the off moments in your life and calling some good moments, and let me think about the bad moments in my life, and then let me think about, no, you should write comprehension, how do you call it, that write the worst things that ever happened to you. And people write, and you realize that those worst things were the things that made you who you are today. So really there were no worst things. You have to go and rewrite that composition or whatever you wrote and say, these are the best things that ever happened to me. Hallelujah. As you see this beautiful wood here, a tree had to cry in the forest for us to have this wood. Are we there? A tree had to cry. Blood had to come out of the tree for us to have this beautiful furniture. So who God is turning you into is so beautiful. Though you might not see it, but if blood is coming out, embrace it. Embrace failure. Embrace rejection. Embrace hatred. Embrace lies telling against you. Embrace blackmailing against you. In everything do what? Give thanks to God. Don't reject them. Embrace them. Then from there, evaluate yourself and take a next step. Before your enemies know, they had just pushed you to your next level. If they knew, they would not have killed Jesus Christ. That's what the scripture says. If they knew, but they will never know. Because God has blinded their eyes not to know. And He has opened your eyes to know. So when they keep fighting you, keep insulting you, keep giving you names or whatever they do, my encouragement for you this morning is, they are just times and seasons of life. Embrace them, get better, and do not revenge. Bless those people who took you to that place. Hallelujah. Your friends can be jealous of you, but your enemies are already jealous of you and you know it. So sometimes it's even better to relate with your enemies than your friends. Because you know that this is my enemy. I know the way I'm eating. This is my enemy. So rather than naming your enemies and packing in one bag and no. Free up your mind. Trust God. In whatever season that your life is going through, cancel regret, cancel revenge. For God makes everything work for good to those who love Him. So cancel everything that is going in your mind that you want to do that you know is not godly, and trust God. And your life will be taken to a level that you had never imagined. Hallelujah. Stand up to your feet. Say, Father, help me to see good in every bag. He says you should enjoy wealth. And if poverty comes, do not cry because God is the author of both. He says, see, God, with the very heart that I used to enjoy good times, help me to get the best out of the times that seem so comfortable today. My God, we ask you for the grace to see opportunity in every negativity in the human eye. Help us, oh God, to work on ourselves to become better when we are rejected rather than talk about those who rejected us. Mighty God, we pray. Cause us to see every season in life as a gift from God. That the devil has no power to dictate how our day goes. But that we shall receive everything as a gift from above. That our countenance shall not change by rain or by sun. But that we shall embrace everything in life and make ourselves better. For you say, valid criticism, oh God, grows us to people better than we used to be. Let us accept every form of criticism, oh God, that comes to change our life in the mighty name of Jesus. That at the end of the day, we shall become useful instruments to you, and that you shall refine us day after day unto that perfect day. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray against every spirit of regret, every spirit of revenge, every spirit of bitterness, oh God, that is ruling our hearts, taking our time of good things and causing us to focus on the hot things, oh God. That we shall invest every energy of us in doing things that will become a blessing to us and a blessing to others. In the mighty name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Jesus. I want you to take out your offerings.